All right, hello everyone. Here we are again doing unit costing question. We did unit costing. The last question that we solved in class was unit long question number 20. And there were very less people. So I thought, the rest of the questions I'll as well as just do it here. So 21st question is this. Electronics Limited furnished the following information for 10,000 LV valves. Okay, it's not stove. This is from the previous question. This is for valves. And the particulars are given, right? For the year ending 1985, materials are given: direct wages, power and consumable stores, factory indirect wages, lighting and factory, defective work, clerical salary, management expenditure, selling expenditure, sale proceeds of scrap, plant repairs and maintenance and depreciation. Net selling price was 31.60 unit per unit sold. So we already know what is the unit sold because there's no finished goods and opening goods and all that. So we'll assume it as 10,000 itself, right? And 10,000 for 31.60. All units were sold. As from 21st January 1986, selling price was reduced to 31 per unit. That is next year, it was reduced. It was estimated that production could be increased in 1986 by 50% due to spare capacity. Rates for material and direct wages will increase by 10%. Now, they're asking us to prepare cost sheet for the year 1985 showing various element of cost per unit. That's the first thing we will be doing. Estimated cost and profit for 1986, that is next year. That is our estimated cost or tender, whatever we call it. Now, also it is said that we are asked to assume that 15,000 units will be produced and sold during the year, and factory overheads and how to calculate factory overheads. Something about material and wages is given here, but not about any other cost. Here you have factory overheads will be recovered as a percentage of direct wages and office and selling expenditure as percentage of works cost. So we'll just quickly, as we read, it is materials. It's directly given to you. Materials are given as 90,000, followed by direct wages as 60,000. We don't have direct expenditure or anything, so this will ultimately give us the prime cost, 1,50,000. This will be either our prime cost or also called as direct cost. Now, along with this, we will add our factory expenses or overheads. Right. So what are you have more than one here. First thing being power and consumable. Power and consumables are 12,000 and factory indirect wages are 15,000. Lighting charges are 55,500. Of factory, you may write the full thing. And defective work, it's a normal expenditure, so work of 3,000. Also have clerical salaries and management expenditure will not come here. This is more or less your administration expenditure, office and administration. Selling expenditure is comes after that. Sale proceeds of scrap, if you remember, cost sheet is to be reduced from this. Now plant and first we will add all items and then we will think of reduction. Plant repairs and maintenance and depreciation, everything together. So, and this is concerned with plant, so we will take it here. If it was office depreciation, we would have taken it in office and administration. Repairs, maintenance and depreciation is 11,500. And once you total all these amounts, we will get 47,000. 47,000. We also have scrap, so that is reduced from here. Sale of scrap is 2,000. Our cost is going to be, then we will find out our factory cost or works cost. And that will be 1,50,000 plus this plus 45,000. 1,95,000. Now, before I go to the next one, we also have to find out cost per unit. This is something I did not do. Please do it with each and every step. This becomes very easy. How? Because 60,000 and we are producing 10,000. We have produced 10,000. So this is more or less simple. And this for 45,000 units directly we can calculate. So it is 45,000 divided by 10,000, and 45 plus 15, it is 45 divided by, yeah, that's what I was thinking, is divided by 10,000, right? Then we will get this as 19.5. So add our office, given here clerical salary, office expenditure. Clerical salary and expenditure, etc. So that is nothing but clerical salaries are 33,500. Now, for the cost that we will be getting, we will call it our cost of production or total cost, and that is going to be your work factory cost, that is works cost plus administration expenditure, 2,28,500, and the cost of this unit cost units, and this together we will get 22.85. Selling expenditure also, just one expenditure we have not taken so far, that's your selling expenditure. So you add directly, we can do this, selling expenses of 5500, and unit cost of selling expenditure is not, okay, fine, just delete, and this will give us cost of sales, and our cost of sales will be how much now? Cost of sales is going to be your cost of production plus your selling expenditure. And finally, we can just either add it, or this is going to be our cost of sales. Now we don't know profit, but we know what our sales figure is. Our sales figure is directly given to us as 31.60 per unit sold. So it is 31.60. All units were sold. Number of units produced are 10,000. So here into 10,000 is 3,16,000, or 16,000 rather, not 100, and this is sold for 31.6. all right, and now our profit, more or less our balancing figure is going to be our sales amount minus cost of production, that is 82,000, right? Okay, and if you want, since we have been finding unit cost for everything, 8.2. So this is our, we found out here. And now they have also asked us to find estimated cost and profit for 1986, and they have given to us rate for materials and direct wages will increase by 10%. Also, factory overheads will be recovered as percentage of direct wages, and office and selling expenditure as percentage of works cost. So we will do that first. This is overheads. This is nothing but percentage on direct wages. So factory overheads in the above question is 45,000. It will be 45,000 divided by, where's your direct wages? 60,000, divided by 60,000 into 100, 75%. And similarly, we will also calculate calculation of office expenditure first, and then we will go to selling. So, to works cost, right? To works cost. So is equal to your office expenditure is 33,500 divided by works cost is 1,95,000 into 100. Oh God, 17.17. We will just take it as 17.18. We'll just round it off. Now again, calculation of selling expenses or selling expenditure to works cost, and your selling expenditure in question is 500 divided by your works cost is the same. 200 will give us 2.82. We will round it off to 2. Now we have to again find out estimate. It's asking us to find sale and profit, not per unit cost, so it becomes easier. Nothing but for 1986. Now, how many units are you actually assuming to be produced? It is 15,000 units or 15,000 walls in this question. Now, what is given to us about materials? Let us just read the question. What is given to us about materials? Materials. It was estimated that production could be increased. The rates for materials and direct wages will increase by 90%. So material, the amount is not directly given to you, but we know 15,000 walls are produced right now, or we are going to produce this much. For 10,000, we were actually spending 90,000, and per unit value of that was 9. So 9 into 10,000 gave us 90,000. So what are we going to do here is I'm just going to 15,000 into 9, right? 15,000 into 9 will give me how much? 1,000 into 9 is 1,35,000. All right. Now that's not all. I have an increase in it. What is increasing? It is increasing by rate, is increasing by 10%. What is 1 unit rate? It is add 10. First 10% increase. What is the rate that we have out here? It is actually 9. All right. So 10% increase will make it 9.9. So it will be 1,35,000. So we'll directly do the calculation. 1,35,000. Okay, equal to this plus 10%. It is increasing. So we will get the answer as 1 lakh. Oh, no. Plus 10 divided by 100, and I'm getting the same amount. That is very weird. Like 35,000 into 10 by 100. I should ideally be getting 13,500. I don't know why it came that way. And altogether, I will get the amount as 1,48,500. 1,48,500. So this is increase in materials. Similarly, my wages are also increasing at the same rate. So wages increase, it's going to be for 15,000 units into what was the rate of wages that we had? 6. Before it was 6 per unit, you're spending 6 plus there is an increase of 10. Once you do this calculation, you will get the amount as 99,000. Right? So now our prime cost is going to be 99,000 plus 1,48,000. This is going to be our prime cost. Now after prime cost, we will add factory expenses. Factory expenditure ka percentage is directly given to us. Factory expenditure is percentage on direct wages. So is equal to what we have found out here is 75%. And our direct wages is 99,000. So applying the formula, 99,000 into 75 divided by 100 will give us 74,250, and our factory cost or works cost will be prime cost plus factory expenditure. And now I have my office expenses. Office expenditures are going to be 17.18, I think we can take, of works cost. So my works cost is this into 17.18 divided by 100. Should be good. So 55,277. 55,277. You can take this as. So my calculation will be 17.18 into works cost. right, into works cost. Now this will give me something called cost of production, and my cost of production is my works cost plus office expenditure. And after which in this question I also have selling expenses. This percentage also I found out my selling expenditure is a part of my works cost itself. So, selling expenditure is, what is the percentage? 2.82 I'll take it as, right? So it is 2.82 into works cost, and you will get the answer as 9073, rounding it up, right? After rounding off you will get this answer. Now cost of sales is going to be your cost of production plus selling expenditure, 3,86,100. But then they have asked you to find out, not all this, they have asked you to find out estimated cost, okay, and profit for the year as well, 1986. So for that you need to know the sales value. And here you will have profit. Now profit as well. Now here, how do we find it out? Similar to, we have already done this question. 82,000, we can find out what the profit percentage is. 82,000 divided by 1000 into 100. It is 25.9, 26%. Right? We'll just take it as 26%. And but if you're not going to do this, you can do something else. Something is clearly given to us. Let's see. Selling price was reduced to 31 per unit. Selling price was reduced to 31. So it's equal to selling price ultimately will be how much? 15,000 into 31. This also we can do 5,65,000. So I think this makes it much more easier. And is equal to sales minus, give us 78,900. So estimated profit for the year is 78,900. This is what we were asked to find. So in this question, like the previous questions, all unit costing questions will have cost sheet, and we will try and find out per unit. So what is different from these questions and the previous questions, or the tender previous questions, are only that here per unit value is given to you, which makes it actually easy. If the when do you use this? If they have given you that factory is producing so and so unit, and then the next year it is going to produce so and so, and they are asking you to estimate, that is when we will actually take cost per unit as well. And I think this makes it a little more for us, the calculation. See, we'll just quickly do next question as well. Right, this is going to be long question 22. Long question 22. Bharat Cooling Manufacturing Limited manufactured and sold 1,000 coolers. So changes here. It's 1,000 coolers. 1,000 coolers for March period ending 31st March 1981. Right? And you can write actually Bharat cost sheet for the period of Bharat Cooling manufacturers, etc. and all that. Summarize trading and P&L. Similar question we had actually done for a cost sheet as well. All right. So summarize trading. I think it was question number 3. Profit and loss account is set below. That is trading P&L account for the year ending. Cost of materials are given. Direct wages, manufacturing costs, gross profit, sales, and management and staff. All this is your office related expenditure. Selling expenditure is there. General expenditure will also be your office related expenditure. The net profit is given. And then for the year ending of 31st March 1981, it is estimated that output and sales will be 1,200 coolers, right? 1,200. Next year it's going to be 1,200 coolers. Price will rise by 20% on previous year's level. Wages will rise by 5%. Material prices will rise by 20, wages prices are rising by 5%. Manufacturing cost will rise in proportion to combined cost of material and wages. Here they are saying manufacturing cost will actually rise not in proportion to wages alone, it will rise in proportion to material and wages. We'll see what to do about that. Selling cost of the unit will remain unchanged. All right. Other expenditure will remain unaffected. Other expenditures are what? Whatever they are talking about will change, but other expenditures, mano to manufacturing, all this office related expenditure, no, management and staff salary, rent and insurance, general expenditures and all will remain the same, is what they are saying. Now prepare a cost sheet showing the price at which coolers would be marked so as to show a profit of 10% on selling price. All right, it's the same thing again. Again and again, we are just doing the same things. So material directly. So what do we do here? From cost of material, we were just going to bifurcate the same thing, trading and P&L ka information into a cost sheet. What will come under prime cost? What will come under cost of production? We'll just see materials consumed. Direct cost of materials are nothing but direct materials. It's going to be or is 80,000. After which we have direct wages. Direct wages are 1,20,000. All right, and after that we don't have any other related expenditures, etc. And per unit will be how much, guys, for this? It will be divided by 1,000, right? 80. And similarly for this it will be 120, right? And this is going to be 200. And what is the 200? It's going to be but our prime cost. Along with this I add my factory expenses. My factory expenditures, as I can see, is how much? Factory expenditures is just manufacturing cost, 50,000 alone. All these are my offers and selling related expenditure. It is only 50,000, so I'm taking it directly. All right, 50,000. So this will ultimately give me my factory cost or works cost. So that is going to be 2,50,000, and the units. It is 50 out here, and obviously 200 plus this thing is 250. Now I will also add my office expenditures or office expenses. Now office expenses, when I'm adding, I have more than one. Management and staff salary. Management and staff salary are going to be 60,000, and rent, rates and insurance are going to be 10,000. Next that is given to you, selling expenditure is not part of your office and administrating expenditure, but then you have something called general expenses. General expenditures are 20, together 90,000 is going to be our office expenditure, so 90,000, and then you have 90 as the cost, and this is 340. I will just write that here, 340, and my cost of production is going to be works cost plus office expenditure at 40,000. This is my COP. Along with this, I will again add my selling expenses. My selling expenditures are 30,000. So once I add 30,000, and per unit cost is going to be 30. Right. So what will I get now? 370. That's my cost of sales. So cost of sales is 3,40,000 plus 70,000. Now cost of sales are done. Ultimately, sales figure is given to you directly. It is 4 lakh. So the profit is obviously 30,000. That is a different same figure. It's going to be your profit. That is your balancing figure. So obviously this is 400 and this is 30. So this is the information that we have. right? With the help of trading and P&L, this is the cost sheet that we actually made. We have made this much of profit. If you compare it with your net profit, also the same. Right? Now wages will rise now for the next year, for the year ending. It should be 92, let's say. Year ending next year. What are the estimates that we have to do? They have given you output and sales will be not 1000 coolers, it is going to be 1200 coolers. Price will rise, material price is going to rise by 20% and additional wages are going to rise by 5%. Now only material and price, normally they give you only direct wages and direct material ka prices. Then after that what? Manufacturing cost, that is nothing but your factory expenditures. That will rise in proportion to the combined cost of material and wages. So here we again have to make a calculation, that is manufacturing calculation of percentage rise in manufacturing cost. So manufacturing cost currently it is how much? 50,000. 50,000 divided by, it will rise in proportion to combined cost of material wages. What is combined cost of material wages? We have it as prime cost. So now it will be manufacturing expenditure divided by prime cost into 100. And that is going to be 25%. You can check. And then anything else to calculate? Selling cost per unit will remain unchanged. We know what selling cost per unit is. Other expenditure will remain unaffected by rise in output. All right. Other expenditure, matlab, they've spoken about everything. Office expenditures are not going to be different. It is going to be 90,000 itself. Good. Now next one is profit of 10% on selling price. All right. We'll do that calculation later. And yeah. Remember, this is for 1200 coolers. Materials, what is said? Per unit price of everything we have. So per unit price is, it's actually 80. If you see here, per unit cost of direct material consumed is 80. So 80 into 1200. This is something we have. So 80 into 1200 is 96. We'll add increase of, spelling is wrong, I'm sorry, increase of 20%. So that is going to be 96,000 into 20 divided by 100. Yeah. It is 1,15,200. This is 1,15,200. Now we have, so this is nothing but direct material consumed. Wages. How do we calculate direct wages? Our actual wages per unit is 120. So now I will have 120 into 1200 units, not 1000. It is going to be 1200 units. That is 1,44,000. And then I will add, what is the percentage increase? 5%. 5% increase. So that is equal to into 5 divided by. So my wages are going to be 1,51,200. 1,51,200. Time cost is going to be my direct material consumed plus direct wages, that is nothing but 2,66,400. Along with this, now I will add my factory or manufacturing expenses. Factory or manufacturing expenses will be added along with this. And what is the calculation for that? It is going to be on prime cost. Out here we found that it is on prime, 25% on your prime cost, right? So what is your prime cost out here? It's 2,66,400 into 25% is going to be your calculation, and you will get the amount as 66,600, and this will lead us to factory cost or works cost. So that is, then we will have, again you add, what do we add? We add our office expenditure, or here they are calling it other expenses. This clearly I have already discussed that this is not going to change at all, right? It is going to be 90,000 itself. So there is no change in this. Here, other expense will remain unaffected by a rise in the output. Even if you're producing 1200, 1300, these expenditures are going to be the same as what question says. So we do as they say. Cost of production is going to be this 4,23,000. Now, along with this, I will add my final expenditure, that is selling. Selling expenses, what is being said about it? Selling cost per unit will remain unchanged. Selling cost per unit are going to remain unchanged. We have found it as 30 units. It is going to be the same. So is equal to 30 into, but output is not the same. Before it was 1000, now it is going to be 1200. So 1200, it is 36,000. Finally, we have cost of sales. Cost of production plus selling expenditure, 4,59,000, and ultimately we will have sales and also profit. But what is not given to us is actually profit or sales, but we have something. We have what? Profit is 10% on selling price. So again, let selling price be 100, and so cost price will be 90, right? So 90 is, and 100 is going to be how much is the question? Sales are going to be 5 lakh. Once you do the calculation, you will get your sale amount as 5,10,000 and your profit amount as 5,10,000 minus, or 10% on this, right? Anything. So this is basically the answer they have asked you for, right? Price at which coolers would be marked. Okay, so that was your question number 22 as well. And moving ahead with question number 23. These are all similar questions. They're actually very easy question as well. You actually have nothing in this 23rd question. I'll just quickly do that. It's typing time, I think I am taking. Okay, this is long question 23, right? So particulars, amount, everything is written. It is cost sheet statement and of cost for year ended 1985. And as usual, cost of materials. For this, I'll just start doing. You can read the question. Materials are given to us as 2,40,000, and then we have wages as 2 lakh. So our prime cost will be 4,40,000 is our prime cost, and then along with this I will add my factory overheads. Overheads or expenditure that is directly given to us is 1,20,000. That's our factory cost or works cost. That is going to be 4,00,000 plus this much. Then I I'll add my office, or out here it is given as administration. Administration expenditure is nothing but 1,04,000, and which will give me my cost of production. Cost of production is going to be my works cost plus administration cost, and after that I'm going to be adding my selling expenses are going to be 89,600, and you have something called distribution, which is again part of expenditures. It is 56,000. So together this will give me, with it, this will be sales. So cost of sales is cost of purchases plus selling expenditure and distribution expenditure. That is 8,40,000. A work order was executed, expenditure. This is for the next one. And selling, administration, selling price, profit is given to us. Even better. What is your profit? Given to us is 1,68,000, and obviously our sales figure is 10 lakh and 200. Okay, like 0800 sales. Okay, this is the actual cost sheet. Now, work order was to be executed in 1986, that is next year, and expenses incurred towards cost of material and wages for labor is given to us. Assuming that in 1986, the rate of factory overheads went up by 20%, factory overheads, right? Now, distribution charges went down by 10%, and selling and administration charges went up by 12.5%. At what price should the product of the company be quoted as to earn the same rate of profit on cost? We want to earn the same rate of profit on cost. And what is the rate of profit on cost? Likha hai, okay? Same rate of profit on cost. So how do we find it? Basically, it's our profit divided by 20. Now, so the full working, distribution, administration, and selling charges are based on factory cost. They have directly given to you on what it should be based. That is distribution, administration, selling charges, right? So factory overheads, though we already know it is based on wages from our previous experience or previous questions. Calculation of manufacturing expenditure. Manufacturing nahi hai na, kya de raha hai? Factory overheads to direct wages. So is equal to my factory overheads are 1,20,000 divided by my direct wages are 2 lakh into 100. It's giving me 60%. 60. Right. Now it is calculation of distribution, administration, selling. Administration to factory cost. So my administration expenditures are 1,34,400 divided by cost is 1,000 into 100 is giving me 24%. Right. Next one is calculation of, after administration it is selling expense to factory cost. So my selling expenditures are 89,600 divided by factory cost or overhead is 5,60,000 into 100. That will give me, that's giving me 16%. And one more is there, calculation of selling distribution. Distribution expenditure to factory cost. And how much is that? Where is my distribution expenditure? 56,000 divided by factory cost of 5,60,000 into 100. We 10%. Okay. That's it. The only thing we have done is we have just added selling expenditure and distribution expenditure and calculated it out here. That's it. We are going to do estimation. Estimation for the year 1986 now. So what do we start with? We have materials directly given to us. So obviously we'll use that. Materials are 32,000. Then we have wages as well. Wages given to us are 20,000. Then what? Wages given to us are 20,000, and after that we have our prime cost. Prime cost is 52,000. Then along with this I should add my factory expenditures. Factory expenditure, overhead, whatever that is. Factory expenditure, it is actually calculated on, what is the calculation? 60% on direct wages. So first we will do that calculation. Is equal to 60 divided by 100 into direct wages, that is 20,000. That is giving me 12,000. But along with this, if I read the question, rate of factory overheads went up by 20%. So is equal to, I have to add that into 20 divided by 100. And how much is this? Finally, my factory overheads are going to be 14,400, right? 14,400. Previously, all questions we had increase only in material and wages. All these things were just directly proportion to whatever percentage we found. Here, instead of on material and wages, it is on factory expenditure. That's it. So this will fetch me my works cost or my factory cost. And that is going to be prime cost plus factory expenditure. And after which I will add my office expenditures. Office expenditure, what is said about it? Distribution charges, selling, so office expenditure, nothing is said about it, is it? No. 12.5%. Administration charges went up by 12 and a half. It is 12.5. So office expenditure actually is a percentage on my works cost. So works cost into 24%. Works cost into 24 divided by 100. But this is not the amount here, because along with this I have to add, there is an increase of into 12.5%. So finally my amount will be 17,928. 17,928, right? So, and now I will get my, after this we will get our cost of production. So cost of production is going to be my works cost plus office expenditure. Along with this I will add my selling expenses. Is there anything in my selling expenditure? Whenever selling and administration charges have gone up by 12%. So selling charges, first how will I calculate? 16% of my factory cost. So my factory cost is 66,400 into 16 divided by 100. But the cost have gone up by 12%. So this into 12.5 divided by 100. And so altogether I will get the answer as 11,952. 11,952. So now I can't enter this because I have to add my distribution charges as well, distribution expenditure. Now distribution expenditure, what is it again? It is equal to a part of works cost. So how much? 10%, equal to into 10 divided by 100. But out here, distribution expenditure, if you see, it has went down. We have to deduct it now. So is equal to this into 10 divided by 100. It is to be deducted. So this is going to be minus, so 5. I have to less this charges, and here I am adding. How much am I adding? 12.5% increase. The same thing I'm doing out here also. Okay, so finally I will get my what amount? I will get something called my cost of sales. So my cost of sales is going to be cost of purchases plus selling expenditure plus my distribution expenditure. Getting 102256. Now sales and profit, we have found it as 20% on cost. So once you do that, it will be, you can do the calculation. So it is going to be 20 4, 5, 6 I'm getting here. Okay, so there's a little difference in the answer. 1, 2, 2, 7, 12, like here and there. 1, 2, 2, 7, 1, 2 instead of 7, 0, 7. But basically, yeah. This is what it is. I think that's about it. In 24 and 25, I will make another video for the same. Right, so you can actually use this at any point of time whenever you want to do problems. Thank you.